Beer tubers, welcome back to Maxwell Starr and Heist Almighty's beer reviews. Tonight we're going to take a look at something brought back for Heist Almighty from the Bahamas, Kalik. The beer of the Bahamas from, is it Junkanoo 2011 it says?
Yeah, so a coworker of mine went on a tour just after Christmas. Like a cruise, to the Bahamas and a number of other Caribbean locations. Anyway, so Kalik is the most popular beer by sales in the Bahamas.
Yeah, I looked it up briefly and while I had a chance. You just got this tonight.
Yeah, it's apparently a
50% market share of the Bahamas or something.
Something like that. Anyway, apparently it's a Heineken endeavor that they did based on research of what the local market was looking for. It's actually brewed in the Bahamas, but owned by Heineken.
It's going to be something like Brahma or something. It's beer, only this is Bahamian beer.
It's probably going to be some terrible tropical lager. It's going to make Corona look brilliant.
It's from the Caribbean and it's in a clear bottle, so I'm expecting some kind of like a cerveza or something.
I cannot guarantee at all whether this has been exposed to light or heat. Being Caribbean, I can pretty much guarantee it's been exposed to both.
The label's so crappily put on, I can't even read the back label. Let me see if I can rip that off here.
No, I think it got glued that way, actually. I think it's not.
Well, that's what I mean. It was produced this way. It was like...
The only thing I can guarantee is that it's a reasonably fresh, because this has the...
Let me finish here.
Can you get it?
Yeah, I can get it.
Nice.
Barely. For over 2 centuries, the Bahamas have celebrated the festival of Junkanoo with the distinctive Kalik. Sound of cowbells, colorful handmade costumes, and a celebration that lasts till dawn. Today, the party continues with Kalik beer, brewed from the finest selected something hops and pure water. Kalik, the sound of a great thing. I'll just call it Kalik for now, but
anyway, so the only thing I can guarantee, I cannot guarantee under what conditions it's been stored, but I can guarantee that it's reasonably fresh because it is dated 2011. Are you
sure it's that fresh? Because, this Junkanoo could have been a summer festival.
No. I know when this happens, and it actually happens on at midnight on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. The Junkanoo festival starts.
This is best before 5/12. At least it's got a best before date.
Yeah, so anyway, this was probably produced in anticipation of New Year's Eve, 2011, 2012. Because the handmade costumes and the partying till dawn happens primarily on New Year's Eve, but I think also Christmas Eve. There's actually cowbells on the cap. So it was obviously made in preparation for a festival not even a couple of weeks ago. So we're probably fine.
Yeah, this is at the time of this recording. This is January 13th, so this is like brewed to celebrate New Year's, or
probably
qualifies as New Year's.
2-3 weeks old.
Yeah,
tops.
Exactly. Brewed from the finest selected malt and hops. Although they probably brewed this like several weeks ago before that in order to celebrate the situation. Whatever. It's got a cool little cap that I just dropped because I'm drunk. Oh my god. Smell that.
Oh, holy man.
Fuck.
Oh, this is already skunking the place up. This is like 2 weeks old and it's already skunking the place up.
It's got a nice little cap there where it's got like some shaking cowbells, which is kind of cool, but...
More cowbell. This beer needs more cowbell. We'll use it in our fanciest glasses.
Asshole. Not only is this a clear bottle, it's from a tropical country. This is going to be, I'd say exciting if it weren't for the fact I'm dreading this. Maybe that's why we're saving this for the last review of the night.
I've never had a Bahamian beer before, so this is exciting for me, if only for the geography.
Yeah, that's one thing, fill a hole in one of the countries. How many countries around the world have you drank a beer from?
I think 29 now.
29?
Awesome. I would have to double check.
I have no idea what my number is because I never counted. But,
actually, I think it might be more than that now. Because I know I've had at least 20 from Europe.
Well, how many beers in total have you drank? Like, you've drank over 400. Different.
I'm pushing 480 now. I think from the other side, actually. Which, if I look at other people on the internet, some of them have drank like 5,000, which I can't even fathom.
I don't know where they get all those beers.
I don't know. Mind you, I look at some of the liquor stores in the States, and they have like 500 beers in stock, which is more than I even had in my entire life. So, if I went to one American liquor store, I could do better than I've done in my entire life. So, whatever.
You know what? Appearance-wise, that's very golden, like straw gold color with a little bit of sticky head, but
the head went away pretty fast.
Smell-wise, that smells just like a Corona.
A little bit of lacing, which I'm surprised by.
Maybe not quite as skunky as the Beck's, but what's that smell like? That's like
It's skunk. It's pure fucking skunk.
It smells like vegetable juice, or the juice that you get out of a mushroom can. The skunk is evaporated for me, but it's still left behind a slightly skunky cerveza kind of style beer.
I'm kind of getting a little bit of...
It smells a lot like a Corona.
Like vegetable broth or vegetable oil, maybe a little bit?
Yeah. Oh, it's certainly interesting. I just got it in my wash though.
Oh, this is going to be nasty. This is going to be... We use our fanciest glasses for our skunkiest beer.
Yeah, trust me, that is just for joke purposes. It's got this nice Trois Mall Beer de Flanders.
Surprising amount of lacing for this, honestly. Like,
well, they probably use some chemical to make it stick to the glasses that well.
Why would they even bother? Like, seriously, if you had a stick to the glasses chemical, why would you even bother putting this in there?
Yeah, I know. As far as it goes, though, it's
nasty.
It's not as bad as I was expecting, though.
It's honestly a little bit worse than I was expecting.
Let me see your smell here. I want to...
Almost saying
yours might be a little bit skunkier than mine. Take a sniff of that.
Yeah, a little bit, actually. That's weird.
Maybe I got the fresher half of the bottle or something. Like, I got the top part.
No, I poured mine first, so maybe only the top half of the bottle is skunk.
Like, no, it's not that bad. I'm like, what the hell? I was expecting this to be absolute shite. Like the Beck's or something, like that Beck's non-alcoholic.
I think we better drink it before it gets any worse.
I hear a host of the people in the background.
Nice.
I like them.
Helena Beat, which is all about tying yourself to a chair because you're too drunk, but...
So fall up to chair so that I don't fall that way. Yeah, I know.
Oh, this is going to be awful.
That at work history. Okay, this is probably going to be awful, so let's give it a taste.
There's not much flavor.
No, there isn't, but it's not as bad as I was expecting. It's like, it's not a great beer.
Oh God, no.
It's your cheap macro. It's got a little bit of toasted grain in the back, but that's it.
I'm not sure I got any taste of
dull, flavorless. Very Corona-like in taste.
I think this might actually be slightly worse than a Corona.
Mm.
I would love to get
hate it. Oh,
I kind of hate it. I really want to get my hands on a Sands beer because that one is also made in the Bahamas and is owned by Bahamans. So hopefully,
Bahamians, not Bohemians, Bahamians.
Actually, that's actually a strangely apt. Because Heineken apparently makes this thing. And not that they're Bohemian, because I think Heineken is actually Dutch, but anyway, it's closer to Bohemian than Bahamian.
The weird part is I'm not hating this.
Well, you can not hate it all you like. I kind of fucking hate it. This is some terrible skunky shit.
I almost want to try a sip of your glass just to be sure.
Here, try that. It's fucking disgusting. Is it worse than your glass?
I mean, slightly, where you get a little bit more skunk. Try this one. Thing is, I'm still getting some caramel malt.
No, that's bad. No.
And toasted grain. It's just that maybe I'm just too drunk to try this right now.
I think it's actually a really good idea that we got drunk before we tried this.
Oh wow! I don't think it's incredible, but I don't think it's absolutely horrible.
I think it's pretty horrible.
I'm almost disappointed because I thought this was going to be gross.
I'm pretty sure this is one of the grossest things I've ever drank.
Well, you have your opinion. Alright, sorry about that. The camera ran out of time. The weird part is I don't hate it, but I don't like it either. You?
I fucking hate it.
You fucking hate it. So, I think this is like one of the rare spots where we're going to be at a complete disagreement because I don't think it's incredible. I don't think it's even a pass-worthy beer, but I don't absolutely hate this beer either because I can think of a lot worse that I've had. Like that Bavaria shit was really worse than this. That non-alcoholic beer is fucking worse than this.
Oh yeah, sure. The Beck's non-alcoholic was worse than this, but I mean, like,
by saying it's an F, it's lower than 2.5. But would I consider like 0.5 or wine material? No.
Oh, if I had to sum this up, I would say skunkity skunk 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 skunk.
The weird part is I'm not picking up as much as the skunk, like that metallic skunk.
It's in a glass bottle and it manages to be metallic. Like, what the hell?
Well, it's a macro, probably, considering they manufacture a lot of this. But the weird part is I almost like this better than Corona. I'd rather have this than a Corona.
That would be a tough call.
It is a tough call, but I'm going to make it.
I think I'm going to have to go with Corona over this.
I would go with this over Corona. So, like, whatever, man. That's just, like, your opinion, man.
Dude, you're busting my balls here.
Not fair. Not fair.
Right. I would have to be a nihilist to enjoy this.
Yeah.
I would have to believe in nothing.
Philadelphia Johnson.
It's fucking piss yellow. It smells like skunk. This is awful. I really want to get my hands on a Sands just so the Bahamas can redeem themselves.
I would love to try the Jamaican Guinness extra foreign stout.
That's not even
like I'll ever find that
remotely close to what we're discussing here.
Well, I'm just saying when it comes to a beer from the Caribbean somewhere.
You know what? I had 5 different Cuban beers, and I'm not saying
you went to Cuba.
I went to Cuba, and I had 5 different beers when I was in Cuba. And I'm not saying that Cristal wasn't terrible, because it was, but this might be worse than that.
I don't hate this. I don't hate it.
I hate it.
I don't hate it.
Well,
I don't like it either.
You can not hate it all you like. I will hate it enough for both of us.
I have to say it. I'd rather drink this than the Corona, but by that means I mean slightly. I would have to give this a high 1.5 out of 5, not quite a 2.
I'm gonna give it a high 0.5. I'm gonna give it 3/4.
3/4 of a whatever.
It's better than a non-alcoholic beer, but just barely.
Just barely. It's certainly interesting to try something like this from the Bahamas, though. But it's not like it's what I would call world-class stuff. But
oh, that's the phone.
I think that means it's time to go. All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
Cheers.